starting with the 1969 Pontiac Fast Trans Am. In this list of the fastest cars, the Pontiac Trans Am might be the slowest, but it still manages to rank among the fastest of Pontiac's productions. This fire breather was launched with a name borrowed from the SCCA Trans Am Championship, and it took that name very seriously. The car was equipped with a monstrous 6.6-liter V8 engine, roaring with a staggering 335 horsepower and 430 pounds of torque. But that's not all. This Pontiac came with a 4-speed manual transmission and rear-wheel drive, focusing purely on performance. No frills, no fluff, just raw speed and power. Speaking of speed, this beast could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.1 seconds. When you let it loose, it could push all the way up to 113 miles per hour. Not only was this car legendary in performance, but it was also ultra-rare. Pontiac produced only 697 of these beasts in 1969, and what's even more exciting is that only 8 of them were convertibles. This vehicle was packed with exciting features. While most muscle cars weren't known for carving up corners, this Pontiac was a joy to drive on any canyon run. You might question its fuel efficiency since it only got about 9 miles per gallon, but when you're driving a car like this, fuel efficiency is the last thing on your mind. The next one in the list is the most underrated car of the 70s, but was truly a champion. The 1971 Pontiac GT-37. Pontiac's sleeping giant, the GT-37, boasts some serious power under its hood. This thrilling performance machine, with a 3-speed manual transmission and rear-wheel drive, could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.4 seconds and reach a top speed of up to 117 miles per hour. Despite being an upgraded version of the GTO, the GT-37 was more than just a rebranded GTO. It came with dual exhausts and the legendary floor-mounted 3-speed transmission, but the surprises didn't end there. This iconic car was launched without air conditioning and had a bare-bones interior, featuring only basic door panels and no fancy trim. Yet it made it onto this list due to its efficiency and speed performance. Only 54 of these ponchos were ever built in 1971, making this beast a rare legend. These exotic cars were built as part of an austerity program to offer muscle car enthusiasts an affordable option. The number 5 car on this list is a complete stunner, the 1967 Pontiac Firebird 400. In 1967, after Chevy launched the powerful Camaro, Pontiac responded by creating their own muscle car to rival the Fords and Dodges of the time. They called it the Firebird. The Firebird 400 was the crown jewel of Pontiac's lineup, featuring a beastly 6.6-liter V8 engine, pumping out a solid 325 horsepower and a jaw-dropping 410 pounds of torque. This beast had a top speed of 116 miles per hour, and it could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.7 seconds. But let's not forget the standing quarter mile. It could blast through it in 15 seconds. This car was ready to smoke anything that dared to challenge it. And if that wasn't enough for this racing legend, Pontiac offered a Ram Air option that took things to a whole new level. With functional hood scoops, high-flow heads, stronger valve springs, and the hottest camshaft, the Ram Air package turned the Firebird 400 into a full-blown street monster. Let me give you an extra kick. While the official power output remained the same at 325 horsepower, the engine was tuned to peak at 5,200 revs per minute, which is damn exciting. Coming in at number 4, Pontiac's 1969 GTO Judge. This full-swing muscle car was an answer to the rising competition from Ford's Mustangs and Chevy's Camaros. The GTO Judge was not just a fast car, it was an outright statement of power and performance with a top speed of 121 miles per hour. Speaking of power, this beast carries a 6.9-liter V8 engine that roars out 370 horsepower and 445 pounds of torque. On the racing pad, this car made a serious scene with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 5.3 seconds, leaving the competition choking in the dust. Behind this powerhouse and its powerful name lies an interesting story you might not know. The Judge was inspired by the comedy skits from Rowan and Martin's Laugh In, where Flip Wilson famously declared, "Here comes the Judge." Pontiac took this idea and turned it into a visual spectacle, adorning the GTO with colorful The Judge graphics, the ultimate swagger. Although the GTO Judge couldn't stop the decline in sales, it became one of the most enticing and sought-after Pontiac muscle cars in history. Now, the next full-size powerhouse is a beast on a drag strip, Pontiac's 1965 Catalina 2+2. This beast was equipped with a 4-speed manual transmission, and its rear-wheel drive could rocket it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7 seconds, hitting a top speed of 125 miles per hour. Although the Catalina 2+2 may appear to be the least muscular on this list due to its appearance, don't let that fool you. This ride packs a serious punch. Under the hood, it boasts a roaring 6.9-liter high-output V8 engine, complete with 3 dual-barrel Rochester carburetors. This beast churns out an impressive 376 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque. And the fun doesn't stop there. While it shares its engine with the 1964 model, the 65 and 66 Catalinas come with an upgraded 3-speed torque converter transmission that takes performance to a whole new level. It absolutely makes this muscle car fly. It comes equipped with heavy-duty springs and shock absorbers to handle the power and provide a smooth ride. The standard 3-speed Synchromesh manual transmission delivers a thrilling driving experience, and for those who crave even more control, a 4-speed with a Hurst shifter was available as an option. Dual exhausts add to the performance edge, while the 3.42.1 performance axle ratio ensures you get the most out of every rev. This Catalina 2+2 is not just a luxury cruiser, it's a true legendary muscle machine. All right, jumping from the 60s and 70s, let's dive into the 2000s era. At number 2 is 2002 Pontiac Trans Am WS6. This list features some of Pontiac's most exclusive models. And the 2002 Pontiac Trans Am WS6 is a standout. Entering the new century with a top speed of 168 miles per hour, this car boasts one of the highest speeds of all time. While the 2002 Pontiac's exterior design was controversial in the enthusiast world, the love-hate debate was limited to its looks. Its performance was undeniably impressive. With a 5.7-liter V8 engine delivering 325 horsepower and 350 pounds of torque, this beast performance is undisputed. Not only does it have a powerful heart, but its 4-speed automatic transmission also allows it to rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds. But the WS6 wasn't just about speed, it also offered plush leather seats and the freedom of removable roof panels, perfect for soaking up the sun or catching the breeze on a thrilling drive. And those 16-inch silver 5-spoke cast aluminum wheels, they give this car a sleek, aggressive stance that turns heads wherever it roars. Now, last but not the least on our list is the latest and fastest Pontiac ever built, the 2008-09 Pontiac G8 GXP. This was a powerhouse in the muscle car world. The Pontiac lineup boasting a 6.2-liter V8 engine that delivered an impressive 415 horsepower and 415 pounds of torque. With a 6-speed manual transmission and rear-wheel drive, this muscle car could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds. This model was the fastest of them all, with a top speed of 177 miles per hour. If you think speed is exciting, its launch colors will amaze you. For its 2008 model year, the Pontiac G8 was available in a striking palette of 6 colors: stealth blue, liquid red, ignition orange, white hot, magnetic gray, and panther black. How classic are these colors grabbing our attention? Despite its alluring beauty, high performance, and strong sales in 2009, the G8 GXP couldn't save the Pontiac brand from its untimely end. Subsequently, May 2008 monthly sales were reported at 1,832 units against a May 2007 sales volume of 12,230 units for the Grand Prix.